Have you ever thought that once you achieve something or once you get that person you've been seeking, then you'll be happy? Well, up to 90% of our long term happiness can be predicted by internal factors. It's the ways in which we see the world. What's tough about this is that a lot of us attach our happiness to a destination. It's a far off place that's somewhere else than right here. Well, every time we do that, we're actually putting ourselves in a really harmful spot because every time you achieve the thing that you think you want or you get the thing that you think you want, our brains just reset the goalpost for happiness. People are dying to grow up when they're kids. They're dying to get into a relationship. They're dying to get married, dying to have kids, and then dying to retire. Eventually, you just realize you're dying to die. Happiness is a state, not a trait, which means it comes and goes like any other emotion. And instead of trying to always be happy for something later on, we should rather seek fulfillment in a holistic life where we embrace living in the present moment instead of always dying to get somewhere. So instead of always chasing the happiness, we should seek to adjust the way we see fulfillment and positive thinking. How do we do this? Well, you can start by exercising. Exercise teaches your brain that your behaviors matter. It's good for you and it feels good. It creates new neural pathways and can help you de-stress. By showing your brain that your behaviors matter, it can better appreciate the daily habits you take to be a happier person here and now, rather than way later in life. The next thing you can do are mindfulness practices like breathing techniques, meditations, etc. This will help to calm the chaotic mind. If you need help getting started with this, I made videos breaking these down and I'll link them below. Random acts of kindness are also an amazing way to reframe the ways in which you look at happiness. Doing good is good for the soul, and it also turns out it's really good for your brain too. It helps to cultivate a new way of positive thinking and seeing the world through a better lens. In addition to all of this, journaling is a great way to get rid of the cultural ADHD that we're constantly getting every single day through social media, through our jobs, just this overstimulation of crap that we're constantly getting. You can journal about your fears, your hopes, your dreams, how your day was, things you're thankful for. There's no wrong answer here. When I was much younger, I used to attach my happiness to things and achievements. So, one specific example I'll give was with my work. I'm very passionate about what I do, and I love the field of psychology. And specifically, I'm in the field of business psych. And so, I wanted to do consulting. I wanted to work with organizational leaders to help flesh out their work cultures, help engage and motivate employees, and just help with team morale and dynamics. Coming out of school, I was like this super passionate person, always thinking, yeah, I'm going to change the world and I'm going to do all these great things. And I had a lot of really, really bad experiences of trying to get experience, trying to make an impact, just being surrounded by toxic colleagues and unhealthy bosses. It was absolutely infuriating. And I kept telling myself that once I achieve that job, then I'll be happy. Once I finish my graduate school, then I'll be happy. And once I get this big consulting position or this level of pay, then I'll be happy. I achieved all of those things and then some. And my brain just kept resetting the goalpost for happiness. It just kept saying, no, this isn't enough actually. This isn't actually what you wanted. This isn't good enough. And it was frustrating. It's really defeating because you think, once I get this thing, then I'll be happy. I was dying to get these things. And every time I got those things, I just felt a little bit more dead, that like, oh, I'm still unfulfilled. So as I mentioned earlier, I was dying to get the thing. I was dying to get the job. I was dying to accomplish the degree and, make this much money and ABC, XYZ. I was just dying to die. It was like going through the motions. I was forcing myself through it. Eventually, I just started doing these things that I mentioned earlier in the video, and it started to reframe the way that I looked at all of this. Eventually, I started coming from a place of abundance and happiness rather than this place of scarcity and desperation for this long sought after future that I was always chasing. So instead of always chasing happiness, try to be fulfilled and satisfied with the life that you're currently living, knowing that it's okay to have hopes and dreams that you can strive for, but try and appreciate the here and now for what it is. Life is really, really hard and it sucks a lot of the time for a lot of us. And there's a lot of things we can do that are actually in our control to reframe the ways that we see all of this. So remember to take care of yourselves. Remember to take care of those around you. And for all things psychology to help you think, feel, and perform better, stay tuned right here on Psychology of Living.